All right, maybe something a little different this time. Uh, just to show what I'm doing here. So I wanted to cover these buildings I made in brick, and so I was looking at different kinds of things I could use, and it was all really expensive. So I decided, screw you guys, I don't want to pay your prices. So I came up with this way, and it's working pretty good. I'm trying to keep it consistent. I got this stuff here. It's pretty like dry foam, I think it's called, or something. That's it right there. So yeah, that stuff there, dry foam. Got a bunch of that for like $10. Got a can of spray paint around here. Some this stuff here. It's the same stuff I used to paint the body of my crane. It's like a rusty kind of red color. And I've been cutting them in my chop saw, like to keep them straight on that edge. And then I just made a couple little lines here for the depth, the width, and the length. And then I'm just eventually bucking them up into here. And then I just gotta put some tape down. And then I stick these things to the tape. And then I blast them with the paint. And they dry pretty fast. And then I just start putting them down again. I'm trying to get a bit more consistent with them because I was kind of starting off at first, and you can see they're all sort of different elevations. So I've been trying to do my best to kind of, for what I can, just sort of make them a little bit more consistent. It's kind of working. There's little imperfections and stuff. And it's going to be what it's going to be. But yeah, I was looking online, and you could buy, like 200 bricks for $34. I wouldn't be surprised if there was probably like maybe 200 bricks right there. So I was gonna add it pretty quick, but this way here, it's a little bit more time consuming for sure because you gotta make them yourself. But again, if you're making stuff on your own, it's always cheaper, and you'll always get way more out of it than you will if you pay someone to do it for you. So it's dry foam. Made kind of a little jig there, and I just line it up and then cut them with my X-Acto knife. You can cut this stuff with a saw; it doesn't explode like the foam that's kind of like the pellety stuff. That stuff's horrible to work with. It just makes a mess everywhere and does nothing. So, but yeah, I got a nice little assembly line going here, and I just keep on putting them down, spraying them, and can make a pretty decent amount of bricks in a pretty short amount of time. And I'm going to try and do this whole face here, and just depending on how it goes, because it is pretty laborious. If it's not too bad, I don't think I'll do all of them, but I might do another like half of that or something like that. And then also too, I'll just kind of talk quickly about what I'm doing here. So I wanted to make a city block. So I'm just kind of roughly getting some ideas, but I wanted to make a digging bench here. So this will actually get loaded with dirt. And then what I'm planning on doing as well is I'm going to make sidewalks. I'm going to kind of form these structures I made up on a little bit of a mortar foundation, we'll call it. And it'll just kind of blend into the sidewalk. And then the sidewalk, the curb and gutter will come out a little bit more because I got CB pots I'm going to actually put right on the side. And then I made a video where I kind of made like a simulated road. So that'll be covered. So I got to bring a bunch of elevations up. This will be a giant street. And then I think I had enough room on the side to put like a sidewalk or something like that on here. And then I might have, I'm not sure if I'm going to dig down here and make another box actually for digging, like as if you were breaking down an old building and rebuilding a new one, or if it's going to be an entrance to kind of go down, back around and into the back there. But yeah, I'm just trying to kind of keep things clean because I like having the dirt in here. But again, I get the same problem every time, which is just that the dirt gets in here, it just gets dry, and then you got to deal with it, and it's a lot of material to kind of keep tossing around. So I got everything in buckets below the table here. But yeah, just basically made all these out of packing crates, like just thick, like quarter-inch thick packing material. Usually just gets thrown in the dump. And then if you go to Home Depot or something and buy this stuff as like a 2x2 sheet, they want to charge you, I don't know, $20-$30 or something like that for a sheet of it. So I just get it free out of the bin and reuse it. And then, yeah, just try and stretch out the material so that you get more bang for your buck and you can do more stuff with it because it's just too expensive to buy this kind of stuff. and be able to do this and not break the bank. So it's kind of nice to come up with some cheaper ways of doing it. I might go ahead and 3D print some. I have these window casings. I was kind of farting around with this one yesterday just as a test. That's the ones I made out of the same ones I made for the taco shack there. So I was thinking about lining them in, but I rough cut them and didn't really file down the holes I made first, so they're a bit tight. So I might revisit some of these and just 3D print a couple smaller ones just to sleeve them. And I might just even get rid of the casing part and just put the cover piece in there instead, just to square them up and detail them out and make them look good. But yeah, it's coming along pretty good. I mean, for what it is, right? It's not going to be perfect, but it should look pretty cool when it's done. And yeah, it should be fun. So this is my new layout. It's going to be like a city block, and then there'll be a road eventually on it and all kinds of stuff. So I got a lot of detailing to do still, but just thought I'd make a video for that, and that'd be fun to show how I was making those and what I was doing.